Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Today I'm going to go over lesson 3.5 in math with you real quick, and hopefully this will help you out to do your workbook pages. It's in your Stepping Stones book. You're going to be doing pages 94 and 95 today, and then you'll do 3.5 homework on the blue page. So to start this off, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want you to think about counting by tens. So for example, if you were just to count by tens, you would just go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. But let's say we start at this number. Let's say we start at 507, and I want to count by tens. So I want to look at all the numbers in my tens column. So here's my hundreds column, my tens, and my ones. If I want to count by tens, I'm just going to increase this by 1 every time. So 517, 527, 537, 547, and we would just keep going. So that's how we would count by tens. Let me give you another one and see how you do. Let's start at 707. Go ahead and count by tens in your head for that one. See what you come up with. Did you say 717, 727, 737, 747? If you did, you were right. That's how you would count by tens when you have a number that's up in the hundreds. You just gotta look at that tens column and you're just gonna increase by 1. You can, once you start going, it usually flows pretty well. You can just say 721, 731, 741. It's right in here that kind of gets people mixed up. They always forget about that 717 and then 727, 737, 747. So don't get mixed up on the teens. So like 717 or 517. Okay, I am going to share a new screen with you. And what I see here is a number line. And on this number line, it starts at 0 down here, and then we have 100. We have all these blank marks. What do you think is going to go on all of these? If this starts at 0 and we go 100, we should probably go 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and 1,000. That's probably where I would end. What do you think would be halfway in between? What's halfway in between 0 and 100? Did you say 50? If you said 50, you're right. So 50 is the halfway mark. So if we could mark a 50 there, between 100 and 200, it would be 150. So then we'd mark all the 50s between each of these, okay? Look at this one. This one goes 600, 700. What do you think these next three will be? Probably 800, 900, and then 1,000. That's what that one would represent. Ooh, this one goes 180, 190, 200, 210, 220. So that one went by tens, but it started at 180, 190, and then we had to jump up to 200, and then 210, and then 220. Ooh, this one goes 710, 711. It's going by 1, so we go 712, 713, 714. And then we have 400 and then 450. Looks like we're making jumps of 50. So 400, 450, 500, 550, 600. And if it went on, we'd go 650, 700, 750. So that's how that one would go. So let's go ahead and look at our math book. We're on page 94. I'm going to do a couple of them with you, and then I'm going to let you go on your own and see how you do. So page 94 in Stepping Stones, it's lesson 3.5, and it looks like this. It says this number line shows steps of 100 from 0, or steps of 100 from 0. Start at 0 and count by hundreds. Write the numbers you say below the marks on the number line. So we got to count by hundreds. So 0, we would have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and then 1,000. What number did you write at the last mark of the number line? Did you write 1,000? If you did it right. What do you know about that number? Well, this little guy here says are there more than or fewer than 1,000 seats in your school hall? So like our cafeteria would be kind of our school hall. Can we fit 1,000 kids in there? Probably not. Maybe in high school there are more kids, but not in an elementary school. Are there more than or fewer than 1,000 students in your school? What do you think? Do you think we have more than 1,000 kids at our school? We don't. We only have like 400 and something. We don't even have half of 1,000, which would be 500. What other numbers could you label on the number line, and how do you know? We could mark all the half marks. We could say 50, and then 150, and then 250, and 350. We could keep going all the way up to 950. The number line above is useful for showing numbers such as 400 or 750. The same number line can be broken into smaller parts to show numbers such as 273 or 618. What numbers could you show on this number line? Well, this one looks like they've marked all the tens for us, 330, 340, 350. But it looks like then they have all the ones marked, 331, 332, 333, 334, 335. Remember when you land on a 5, it's a little bit of a longer line. So this one would be 345. We can tell because the line's just a little bit longer than all the others. So this one's marked by 1s with the 5s a little bit longer. Look carefully at the number line, then write the correct number below each mark. It goes 570 to 580. What do you think I should mark? Should I mark it by 5s, by 10s, by 1s? What do you think? If you said by 1s, you're right. So this would be 571, 572, 573, 574, and then you'd continue marking it by 1s. The next page gets a little bit tricky. It's hard to see. It's hard for Mrs. Hinz to see too because it's little tiny marks. This one up here the first one isn't too hard, but when we get down here to these little tiny marks, you're gonna have to really get close so you can see what it says. So it says, write the number that should be in the position shown by each arrow. So this arrow is pointing to this spot right here. If this is 690, 700, 710, I can see that they're going by 1. So if I'm looking right here, I can go 690, 691, 692, and that's what this arrow is pointing here. So 692, 692, 693, 694, 695, 696. 697. Oh, that one's pointing here, so I can come down here and mark this one, 697. I can jump over here to 700 and go 701. Just count by 1. 701, 702, 703, 704, 705, 706, 707, 708. But then we missed this one, 690, 691. So that's what your first box should look like. When you come down here to letter A on this one, I have 550 to 650. 550, 560, 570, 580, 590, 600, 610, 620, 630, 640. So there are 100 little marks in between here. So you're gonna have to get really close so you can see what they are. So if I go 550, 551, 552, 553, 554, 555 is this one. If I know I'm counting by tens, if I go 550 and I know this one's gonna be 560, I can go 561, 562, and so on. If it helps you to mark them, you can mark this one as 560 and 570 and 580, 590, all these little longer ones, 600. You can do that if that helps you out, okay? Down here, it's a step ahead. It's kind of challenging you a little bit. It says, write the number that the arrow could be pointing to. Well, I have 200 and 400. Let's see, could I have 200? Is this maybe 300? Let's see, 210, 20, 30, 40, 220, 240, 260, 280, 290, 300. Maybe it's 50s, 250, 300. Maybe it's by 25s, 225, 250, 275, 300, 350, 370, 325, 350, 375, 400. You tell me. This is the challenge one for you. Let me know if you can do that one. Okay, so that wraps up our lesson for 3.5. If you have any questions, go ahead and send me a message on Seesaw. I will be checking messages throughout the day today. And those of you that are in Group B, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Have a good day.